Hi everybody, this is Diane. I'm working some more on my daughter's little golden book journal, the Bialosky Bear, Bialosky's Special Picnic journal, and making some progress. But I'm just going to do some, I don't know, I've got some stuff here I need to work on, and you're going to come along with me. How about that? I think this is the tag I cut down, yes. So I cut this large size tag down to fit into that pocket, which is great because that's where the embossing folder would reach. So I'll be able to cut those down for maybe a tag for the other journals that I'm making. So I need one to go into this. This is an illustration from a children's book of a little girl playing in mud, and this poem goes with it. So I wanted to include that on the tag, and then I wanted an image of something else that might have to do with mud. And I found this cute little frog, and you know, you find frogs in the muddy ponds, so I'm going to add him. He's a little smaller than I was hoping, but I might be able to add some other embellishments to it. I haven't really come up with anything. I didn't do that ahead of time, but I can just do little strips or pieces. I think strips would be nice. I don't want to make another pocket because it's a kind of a tight fit to fit in here, so I don't want to make it bulkier. I was in my office just now cutting pockets. I did the embossing and then I cut pockets. And as I cut the pieces for the pockets, I also cut flowers. I just added them to the plate as I pushed it through. Not pushed it, but rolled it, cranked it through. But I don't really want flowers on a tag about mud. So I think we'll just use some random stuff. We've got some, I wish I had bulrushes. That would be fun. I'm going to cut this a little bit, I think. The illustrator's name is on the picture, so I can leave that off. We are getting some rain finally. We have had a little bit here and there. Sometimes just, you know, like it just starts sprinkling and then it moves on. But it sounds right now like a steady kind of rain. Not super, super heavy, but a steady rain that might last for a little while, and that would be awesome. It might mean that I won't be able to go to the flea market tomorrow, though. Today is Sunday as I'm making this video. I am not ahead on videos at all anymore, so if I like this video, this is going to be for tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep up with doing a video every day. I did it for a while. I wanted to see how long I could last. And there were a couple of reasons anyway, why I was able to do so many and keep them ahead. But I don't think I'm going to be able to keep it up. So I'm going to shoot for at least 3 a week. How am I going to do this down here? Well, first of all, I need to add some color. So maybe a variety of inks on that, on the chevrons. Well, this is a red and yellow and light green, and here we have some green and yellow. So let's focus on the green and yellow because we have red here and orange here. So I might do little doses of that on there. I'm playing it by ear here, folks. Don't know what I'm doing to add color because I didn't think that far ahead. I've got my Tim Holtz inks out. So we said yellow and green. It's supposed to have yellow in here, but I don't see it. Did I get it out already? Yes, I did. I also have some Stampin' Up! Yellows that might work. It's got vintage photo on it, and I don't want that mixing with the yellow. That should be good. Well, I brought out more color getting it wet. I guess I'm going to have to actually wash this. What color is on here? I think that one is yellow. It's a smaller brush, but we'll use it. I'm going to put yellow in the center area. And this is Distress Oxide. If I put green on the outside, if I get it wet, green and blue make, yellow and blue make green, of course. So, might be okay if I spray it to get an oxidized effect. We'll see. And if we don't like it, I can always do another tag. So we'll just add some green around the outside. So I don't think I want to add orange to it just yet, or red, because that would really muddy it up if I spray it. I could let it dry completely and then add a layer if I wanted to. Let's see what happens when we spray. They're pale colors, so it might be difficult to see any reaction. I'm not seeing any oxidizing. It's okay, we've added some color to it, and I might top it off with something light, a brown, after I dry it. Ooh, it's coming down hard now. We need it. So it's very pale, but it did add some color and interest to the plain tag. How did that red get there? That little red speck. Probably came off my finger. I've been playing with inks today. Yep, probably came off my finger. Now, maybe I can add a little orange right on the top of the embossed and not get down into the lower areas. I'll do this one instead of my Stampin' Up. And thunder too. Yeah, that gives it a little bit of a spark. I like that. Sorry, I've got so much mess around here. I've got to pick things up as I go. And I'm just going to put some vintage photo around the edge. And I don't know what kind of images are going to go on the other tags, so I'm not going to color them till I know. They're going in different books. Maybe just a light brush across. Yeah, that helps bring those chevrons out a little more. It's looking good. Not have put that away because I want to ink around these. Just got some, looks like the Stampin' Up! More mustard ink, but I don't think I've been using that. I don't even know if I still have it, but I got a little smudge of something there. So this way, maybe I can put the frog, or the poem, down there. Or maybe I want it all up here. I just don't know yet. What else am I going to do? It's just such a big space and a tiny little frog. Maybe I should look at my children's book pages. This came out of the images that I cut out for this sort of thing, but I also have book pages. I might have a larger size frog in those book pages. Let me just look real quick. I'm sorry, guys. This is just the book pages from one drawer. I have one drawer that has the small to medium, and the other drawer has large pages. And I'm not going to go through, those are small images anyway, so let's pass those by. I'm not going to look through the other drawer, I don't think. Besides, it might be fun for you to see my book pages. I always have lots of roosters. Ooh, it's coming down hard now. Can you hear it? I love it. No frogs in the Robert Louis Stevenson poems. No frogs in Dick and Jane. Well, the elephant likes mud. Look at him playing in the mud. I might use that. I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on the frog right now. I didn't know I was going to spend so much time making this tag. But you kind of never know how things are going to go when you're crafting. elephant, but he's not a muddy one. This is that really cute old Noah's Ark book, Thumbelina, the golden book, Mr. Noah and His Family, I think is what that book is. It's so cute. There's a frog. Now he might be too big. Yeah. I'd really want to get that pointed toe in there. He's really cute. I love him. Is there a frog in here? What do the animals say? Probably not. Whoop. Look at it. I don't want to cut this though because this is a fabric page and they're rare. It's one of those old children's books. I want to just fold that right into a book. That would be perfect. Well, I'm giving this book to my daughter so I can make a copy of this and cut that out. That book is probably from the, I don't know, 40s or 50s. Did you hear that thunder? Sorry guys, I hope you don't mind. A long time ago, I saw someone, a YouTuber, do a video showing her vintage fashion image collection, and I have a pretty big stack of vintage fashion images from magazines and pattern books and catalogs. And I wondered, this is where this is a little booklet, Metropolitan Life Insurance. I thought it was an insurance company, but I used some of these pages to cut out some of the elements I've already used. Anyway, I wondered if you would like me to do a video like that. I thought about that because, like I said, I saw that a long time ago, and I really enjoyed her going through her collection. And then Lehman from Lace Covered Skies just acquired recently, oh look, a big batch of vintage sewing patterns, and Lehman and I both love vintage sewing patterns. So I thought maybe I could do a video, like she's going to do a video showing her entire pattern collection. And would you want me to copy her, take a book from her page and the other lady's page? I don't remember who that person was, but do a video showing there's some frogs, they're not colored, showing my fashion pages and my pattern collection. Would you like that? And then I thought, with all the other vintage stuff I have, might it be fun for me to just flip through some of my other areas of vintage items? That's the end of that. Let me know. I don't know if that would be tedious, boring. I just don't know. But I like looking at other people's collections of vintage things that they have. I love looking at people's rubber stamps too. Man, if I did a rubber stamp video, it would be several videos. Rubber stamp, wooden block ones, and the polymer ones, and the clingback rubber stamps. I could like cut him out, like he's jumping out from the page, and he wouldn't be entirely on it. I would have to cut pieces of him off, but it would just look like he's jumping out. Would that be fun? My voice is raspy again today. I don't think it's ragweed season yet or anything. It's a little early for that. But something is bothering me. I want to see how much I'd have to cut off. Not too much. It would look like that. Of course, I would cut out more of it. Maybe I could just use him as a little embellishment somewhere nearby. Stick him in the mud with her. Yeah, this is what we're going to do. That was worth going through my collection of pictures, wasn't it? Of book pages. I think so. I hope you don't mind. So I think maybe the best thing to do would be to trim it off so I don't have to cut around stuff that's not necessary. Let's see, maybe like that. Just because I chose a picture that went with that poem about mud, I went through all of this. But I think it's going to be a really fun tag. I was thinking I might like to try to have a video on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Like I used to try to do that, and I usually did it, but I usually had some videos in between also. If I list something, that would be in between. And if I do a Tag Tuesday, I can get that up. I'm not going to try to do one every week. It's just too hard. But, you know, I mean, I will think about it and try to. I'm not just going to disregard it, but if I can't one week, I'm not going to worry about it. You know what I mean? I mean, this video could be a Tag Tuesday. So if I do another one tomorrow, maybe I'll save this one for Tag Tuesday. So if you're watching this on a Tuesday, you'll know that's what I did. No, that can't happen because this is going to go up tomorrow morning. And I'm not going to try to do another video today. And I think if I list a journal, I'm not sure how it's all going to go, but listing a journal would be better if I didn't do it first thing in the morning. I'm just going to have to cut his little toes off because they're not connected to anything. So they're out of the picture. Because I live in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. And I know that my videos go up earlier than a lot of people are even up. So if I do my journal flip-throughs and put them in the shop a little bit later in the day, I don't like to wait too long. I could do that on a weekend or, you know, just later, a little bit later in the day. Some people would probably still be at work. But I don't know. So that could be not on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. So I just don't know. I guess there'll be a video up when you see it. I should just say that. Alright, I think that is adorable, and I think it's way better than having that cute little frog. He was adorable, but just too small for the scope of this tag. And I love this one. I hope Judy doesn't mind it jumping right off the page at her. I don't even know if she likes frogs. I do. I like the images of frogs in children's books, let's put it that way. Like mice. I love little mice in children's books. I do not love a live mouse. And live frogs are okay, but I'm not going to pick one up. I used to have a flower garden, and I'd be out in my backyard, and I know a toad is not the same as a frog, but I had little toads in my flower garden. Not teeny tiny, but, you know, not big like this guy. And they blended right into the dirt. And I would be digging, and then he would jump and just scare the life out of me. But it didn't bother me to have the toad there. They didn't freak me out. It just startled me to have him jump when I wasn't expecting it, you know. I like him. That is a fun tag. Was it worth it? Did you stick with me? I wonder how many disappeared while I was looking for a frog and then cutting one out. If you stuck with me, I appreciate it. I might leave something like that playing while I'm crafting, but if I was watching TV, watching YouTube on my TV in the living room, I probably would have forwarded it to see the end result. So I totally understand. He's so cute. Do we have time to move on to something else now? Yeah, we do. We've got time. Sounds like the thunder is moving further away now. I'm going to find a fuzzy fiber. See if I have a green and brown fiber. With all these fibers, I don't have a green and brown. Well, that's a bummer. I could use this. I could use that. That would be cute. What was this wrapped around? Oh, it was wrapped around my sari silk that I ordered from Etsy. There's a green. All right, let's see what we can come up with here. These scissors are not made for cutting fibers. Let's try this. Maybe I'll put this in too, just to give it a little bit of a darker green. Can we get all of this through the hole? I did, but the green is, the baker's twine is very uneven. I'm going to try that again. When I pushed it in, I think I pushed the baker's twine unevenly. Ooh, I think I just squeezed it all in there. That's good. Got all three in my loop. Get all the loose tails in there. Oh, that's cute. Nice and fluffy and green and brown. That's cute. So I'll tuck that in there. And she'll see that little girl playing in the mud. And she'll pull the tag out and see, there's a poem about mud. And then, whoop! What is that? That's cute. And I don't need to put something on the back for her to write on because it's uneven texture. Sometimes I just put a piece of paper over that. But she won't be writing in her journal anyway. She never does. And that's okay. She likes the journals. She just likes to look at them. Well, that took a lot longer than I expected. I added this from a very vintage and very fragile Little Red Riding Hood book. I glued it to patterned cardstock. Do I need to do anything else in this book? Look at the little deer. Ooh, I better put some washi tape on that. These little books are very fragile, and I made little booklets out of the pages. And they're kind of fragile, so when they crack along the edge, I just put some washi tape on them. Some of the things I put in her book have a subtle meaning. Wonder how many she'll pick up on. This one, this was a little book that belonged to Barbara, and that's my sister's name. She has an Aunt Barbara. And I made that into a little tuck spot. Now, let's see, I think I put, look at this. I love the way this turned out. This cardstock matches the orange there, and then this was cut out of one of those big old vintage children's books, like the Little Red Riding Hood one. So I cut that out, and it echoes the orange. And I just think it looks so cute in there. And this little phrase was just from a children's book. I was looking for one of my die cut pockets. I know I used one. It might have been in the other journal, because I wanted to know what page I put it on. Because I cut some more of the slotted pockets. Let's look in this. This is one that's going to be in my shop. This is from the Metropolitan Museum, no, Metropolitan Insurance Company booklet. There, okay. So I put it on the patterned paper. Every signature is not going to have that pocket, but I have two different slotted pockets. This one. Dies. So they'll probably each book will get one of these types of pockets, and I don't know what the other type will be. So I have that one. It needs to be folded under. And I have it in the same color but with a different accent, and then I have it in this. I think because of that flowered paper, this would be better. And then I have this little Tim Holtz one, and I cut them all the same, one for each journal. And I'm not sure what the third pocket will be in the third signature. So we're going to use this. Just fold the sides under. That's a cardstock, but it's a thin cardstock, which is great because it means that it folds under. Oh, no wonder that felt so thin. Part of the paper is torn away. I didn't even notice that when I stuck that in my Big Shot, but it won't be noticeable in the book. As I was saying, oh, it's easy to fold it under when the cardstock is thin and it doesn't add extra bulk. Just going to darken the edges. Oh, maybe that thunder wasn't moving away. So I talked about Wordle the other day. Nobody told me that they play it. I think only one person commented on that and said that she'd never heard of it. So if you're interested in a word game, just Google or whatever search engine you use, Wordle of the day. Just type in Wordle, and if it says New York Times Wordle of the day, that's the right one. You might come across some imitators. If it's Wordle Unlimited, it's fun and it's good practice, but it's not the official New York Times one. The Wordle of the day is you only get one per day. Once you're done with that, you have to wait till midnight for the next puzzle. So anyway, you guess a 5-letter word, any 5-letter word, and you just fill it in, type it in there, and then the squares will flip over and the color that they turn will show you whether this letter is in the word, and if so, is it in the right place or do you have to move it? And you can read the rules on the site, but I had mentioned that I got it in 2 guesses, which is pretty unusual. And here's the really, really unusual thing. In 4 days, I got it in 2 guesses. No, in 5 days, I got it in 2 guesses 4 times this week. And every time I'm like, this can't be happening. My sisters, and you have the option, once you're done, you have the option to share it. So I share it on Facebook Messenger with my sisters who also play it. And then I share it on a text message with my daughter because she plays it. And my sisters said, after the 3rd time, they said it looked suspicious. And then today, I did it again. And I was afraid to share it. I'm like, I promise you, I am not cheating. And when my daughter went on her break and saw, I sent it to her, but she doesn't respond right away because she's at work. She was on her break, and she saw that, and she just texted me, "Stop it!" Anyway, usually I get it in 4. That's the most often I get it in 4 guesses. And it doesn't matter. You don't have to try to get it in as few guesses as possible. Sometimes you guess a word that you know is wrong. Say that you're putting in a word that doesn't have any of the letters that you know are in there, but that is so that you can eliminate or gain some more letters. So there's different strategies you can use, but it's just super fun, and I just can't believe that I've done it in 4 times. And I'm not bragging because it's, that is partly chance that I started out with a word that gave me enough letters, and I was able to rearrange them and add a couple and get the right answer. But it's just fun. So anyway, I'm just telling you that so that you can try it. Sometimes I get it, sometimes it takes me 6. You get 6 guesses. If you don't get it in 6, they give you the answer. And I think one time I was not able to get it in 6. Mostly I get it in 4 or 3. So if you've played the game, let me know. Now we can't leave it plain like that, can we? Of course I'm going to stick stuff in the slots, but I wonder what kind of little embellishments I might have to add to it. I want to make sure I save some of these painted pieces for the other journals, but they look cute. Let me look, see what I have in green to accent the green base. I'll let you look too. Man, it just feels really humid in here. You know, you wait for the rain to make it feel better, and sometimes it just makes it feel worse. But the grass needs the rain, the trees and flowers, everything needs the rain. Doesn't matter if it makes me feel humid. I can go sit by the fan when I'm done with my video. Wonder if I have any small enough pieces here. Yeah, I think so, but she doesn't like birds. These are all birds. They scare her. Oh, she likes daisies. Daisies are her favorite flower. I can just put that daisy on there. I'll save those out in case I want to use them somewhere else in her book. Trying to get something else out of my binder here. Having trouble getting a hold of it. These are ephemera pieces from a kit called Summer's Bounty, both of them, all of these. And I know Gail just did a bunch of journals using that kit. I didn't buy the pages, although they are gorgeous and there's a lot of them. I just bought, I think I bought a couple of the ephemera sets just for doing things like this. Okay, I guess that's all I'm going to get out of this binder. And I'm running out of time, so I'll have to find a number. How about a number? There's a to-do list. Oh, you know what? I usually put glue here and here to put little things in, but I didn't put glue on those parts, so I'm going to put a list, a paper in there, and I'll just put that at the top. To-do list, and I'll just embellish with the daisies and the vegetables. Maybe I might change that out because I don't really want the 2 rectangle things, so I'll just have to put a longer paper in there. Okay, the thunder's definitely not moving away. Sounds closer. And that's a long rolling one. Can you hear it? After I glue these down, I'm going to say goodbye. Not that she'll use a list. She won't write a to-do list on there, but it'll be there for her. I'll look for a flower or something to put down here. Alright, well, we got a little bit done in her book today. This is, like I said, it's Sunday, so I just wanted to do something leisurely, not too pressured, just see what I could accomplish in a short amount of time. And I think I'm making pretty good progress on her journal. This signature is thin because I haven't done much, and this one isn't as fat as this one, so I've got to go through those two and do what I did in this one here. But we're getting there, and I think it's going to be a wonderful little journal. I can't wait to give it to her. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you are working on a creative project of some sort. Maybe you're knitting or crocheting or embroidering while you're watching me, or fussy cutting or painting or whatever. But I hope that you do something creative today. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.